So today we're going to look at gratitude and manifestation, because I think that gratitude is the key to manifestation. You've got to feel that gratitude to get in that manifestation state. And you've probably heard phrases like gratitude is key, be grateful. And I really do think that's really important, that manifesting without gratitude, it really is like driving a car without an engine. And that's impossible, really, isn't it? So manifestation, or you manifesting something, positive manifestations requires gratitude, because everything in your life you've manifested anyway. Yeah. Hi, what have we got here? Jatem. Hi, Nassim. It's lovely to see you. Yeah. So can you tell me in the comments, what are you grateful for today, or in your life, or just in general? But me being grateful today is my health, because I feel like I've just been floored. So I'm just so grateful for my health, grateful for my new home and my family. And obviously for all yous also. Yeah? What are you grateful for, guys? Seen any orbs in your new home? This is the first live I've done, Sherry. So I've not even thinking. But what I will tell you is a great story. I don't know if anybody's seen the post of the robin. That when I was moving from mother home, so I was putting the last of the things in my car, and if anybody knows me, the robin represents my mum and my best friend, who died maybe about 7 months between each other. Best friend of 34 years, and the robin came to me after they died. You know, that I would sit out in my garden, because it's a beautiful garden. I'd sit out and I'd speak to the robin. So the robin came into my house and basically just kept looking at me, packing up, just looking. I couldn't believe that a robin was in my house. And so the last of me actually putting it into my car, the robin's walking around my car, making sure that everything's in there. It was hilarious to watch, absolutely hilarious. I couldn't believe it. So finally gets to my new house, and we thought, right, we're going to put the garden stuff, because I've got a few ornaments in the garden, and the bud seeds and all the rest, because I just love the buds. And just as we put in the bud seeds, the stand and all the rest of it, and Dave comes back in, he starts laughing. He says, look outside, and here's the robin on the bud seed. I mean, you couldn't make that up. I was blown away, so I was. Sherry's your husband? Yes, very much so. Leela's my beautiful family. Yeah. Sunshine Zita says, hi Sandy, hi Deborah, hi Missy, hi Ali. Hello Sarah, how you doing, my darling? So it's good to see you all. It's good to be back, I have to say. So if I was to ask you a question, really what your gratitude is, most people say my kids, my home, my dog, my partner, you know, my job, you know, all those kind of things. And you really should be grateful for all those kind of things, because gratitude really appears into your reality. It really does. And let me explain some things here that will help you with your manifesting journey and make it easier for you. So if you want to manifest something new to your reality, let's just say something material, like a new car, you know, the trick is to really feel grateful as if you've got that car now. So even if you think of, like for instance, when I wanted a car, I went and did a test drive in it and drove in it to feel the car. Same with the home. This house that I'm in just now that I manifested, basically I had a list of everything that I wanted in my new home, and it was me and my partner Dave as well. The two of us wrote the list. So it was two people that were, it's better for one, but if it's two people, so the energy was obviously more in there, and we got every single thing on that list within 4 days. 4 days it took me to manifest that dream home, that beautiful home. Yeah, 4 days. That's what it took. So it's powerful, very, very powerful. And every home I've been in, I've been very, very fortunate. I'm very lucky that I'm in some really nice homes. And I've always written down everything that I wanted, everything I desired. and I seen myself. I would visualize it. I would see myself cooking in the home. I would see myself sitting down with friends. I would see myself having a party. You know, I'd see myself with my boys and my family and all the rest of it. And see myself sitting in the garden. You know, all those things. So you've got to really see yourself with it already. It's already here, completed. And that's really what I find. And don't be attached to it. You know, us as humans, we like to be attached to everything. You know, we put in that manifestation thing and we say to ourselves, oh, we need to attach. I need to get that. I need to get that. And we're getting attached to it. You just let it go. When I wrote my list, didn't think anything of it. Didn't even think of anything on the list. It wasn't until I seen the home and went through my checklist that I realised I'd got the dream home. Everything was on it. And the home before that as well. And I got everything on it. And my man as well. I wrote a list. And I think I got 94%. I wanted him to be 6'5", but it was 5'6". So I got it run the wrong way. He'll laugh at that. Yeah. Hi, Rosie. How are you doing, darling? And Joe. Hi, Christine. So really, it's all about being really grateful. It's being very specific when you want to manifest something. Don't just say, oh I want to manifest £1,000 or dollars, or I want to manifest a brand new car. Be specific. What kind of car do you want? You know, what kind of house do you want? How are you going to make that money? You know, how are you going to do it? You know, so be very specific and take action, because the universe likes to bring things to you to take that action, and sometimes we just don't do it. I've done it myself. I don't take the action, so guess what? You don't get the manifestations. And some of the things I work with, like the Arcturians and the Pleiadians and all the rest of it, my spirit guides, all that, when I work with them and we do a manifestation thing like what I'm doing with the course just now, which is absolutely immense. I'm just loving the how the people that are on it, the goddesses as I call them, they're just getting, it's like wham, 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 you know. And now we're coming into the manifestation, and I just can't wait to see what's going to happen with that, because I know it's powerful. It's really, really powerful. So and also you can say affirmations. However, affirmations sometimes I feel are quite weak. You know, it's good to you've got to be very repetitive with affirmations. So it's okay. They're okay, but they take a lot longer, is what I mean. Hi, Richard. How you doing, darling? Hi, Grace. Lovely to see you. Hi, Mrs. T. A lot of names that I've seen there, so it's really good to see you all, because I feel like I've not been doing my live, so probably about 3-4 weeks anyway, because I was on holiday in Marrakesh and then moving and what have you. So it's good to be back. So the best way to manifest is what, guys? What? How's the best way to manifest? Well, I have a cuppa. You can tell me. Hi, Vicky. How you doing, darling? Good to see you. Yeah? Or what would you like to manifest? Put it out there. Put it out there to the ethers. Gratitude, yes, Sherry. So what would you like to manifest? What would be the thing, the one thing in your life that you would love to manifest? And for it to come to you with ease, absolute ease. Hi, Helen. How you doing, darling? It's good to see you. Hi, Louisa. Hi, lovely. A dream vacation with my husband. Yes, we'll do a vision board. Put it out there, Cherry. Just tell the universe. You know, the thing is about manifestation. If you're used to manifesting the same old, and you're used to manifesting maybe what can we say, a quite negative life, you know, you keep trying to do the manifestations, but they just don't seem to work. It doesn't work all the time. What's actually happening there is your energy field is full of those negative things, and you need to remove some of that to make way for the manifestations. Michelle says new job. Vicky says winning the Powerball. Now that would be good, Vicky, wouldn't it? Yeah, and that Michelle, new job. But what type of job, Michelle? You know, what kind of salary do you want? What location? What do you want your boss to be like? Or do you want to be the boss? Yeah, your own boss. You know, think of all those things. You've got to be more specific in how you're doing it. And also, so what I find is when I do manifestation courses with people, is I have to show them how to get things safely and quickly, how to transform some of those negative emotions that's within the energy field, that energy vibration, because you have to change that energy vibration. You cannot manifest them. It's harder for you and it takes longer if you've got those subconscious thoughts, beliefs that are in your energy field. And if they're in your energy field, guess what? You won't manifest it. It'll take, or if you do manifest it, it'll just take you forever. Yeah. So you need to release what is actually holding you back in that energy field. I'm going to do another live on that one because it would take too long for me to do that thing. And another one is to have non-attachment. So what is non-attachment? You know, how important is non-attachment? Because we don't have to really be like the monks and the nuns and to practice non-attachment. We don't have to do that and be so spiritual, you know. We simply just need to understand the importance of really letting go of that. When you put those manifestations out, today we're actually, this week in the course, we're actually doing vision boards. So I'll be doing a vision board this week. Usually I do one at the beginning of the year, but I've just not had time to do anything. So my aim this week is to do my vision board for the year and really get that in a place where I see it at all times, you know. And I always put it beside my bed. Whenever I wake up in the morning, before I go to sleep at night, I'm looking at it. And when I wake up in the morning, I'm looking at it. And it just really, and most of my power boards, vision boards, have came true. It really is. So what's non-attachment is not about being cold or emotionally dead, because that just won't allow you to get manifest. You've got to be in the vibrational match for you manifesting that, you know. So for instance, think about if you did win that Powerball. What would your emotion and your manifestation vibration be? You'd be bloody excited, wouldn't you? You'd be jumping up and down, going, yes, you know, like really, really going to town if you won the Powerball. Same with if you were on that dream vacation with your husband, Sherry. You would be really so. That love would be coming out of your heart, wouldn't it? It would really, your heart would be open up. You would just be so happy, so grateful. That's where you need to be. Yeah. Same with the new job, Michelle. If you're thinking of the new job, how would it feel for you to be going to that job every morning when you wake up to go to that new job? How would it feel? Would it feel like a job? If you're the job, your dream job, my job, I don't feel like I work because, and don't get me wrong, I work hard, but I love it. I absolutely love it because one, I'm helping people, and two, I see massive transformations, and three, I just love building and creating because I'm a creator. That's what I love to do. My last business was obviously a designer, so I just love to create. Yeah, and the newer it is, the more I love it. There's a lot of work in it, especially the digital side. So non-attachment at its deepest level is about returning back to your true nature, your higher self, to that light, to what is the essence of you. Yeah. Hello, Caroline. How you doing, darling? Love to see you again. Hi, Lorraine and Sandra. It's really nice to see you all. So really getting back to that higher self, that true self, And what is the benefits of non-attachment, of you really not clinging to the internal, external phenomena, really, you know, because your whole relationship's transformed if you just don't cling, if you don't attach yourself to those future manifestations that you want. Do you get me, guys? I see a lot of love coming there, so it's good. Yeah. So when you actually practice non-acceptance, you know, and surrender, you'll stop being controlled by your emotions. Instead, you'll become interested in them. You'll look at them from a vantage view, and you won't be attached to the outcome, because meaning that you'll be free from dread, anxiety, that inner tension. So, you know, sometimes when you expect something, and you keep thinking about it, your mind goes, and your body starts to get tight and what have you. Think about that just goes. When you've non-attached, you know if you're attached to something because your body will feel like that. You've non-attachment. And you'll be more curious and open and spontaneous because you have no predetermined desire or craving, really, you know. And you'll really feel like you'll be more at peace, you'll be less neurotic, you know, meaning that your relationships and friendships will really improve, you know, drastically improve sometimes. And you'll feel constantly relaxed and serene because you're not identifying with your thoughts and your feelings. Instead, you're being a passive observer, and you're actually watching yourself. Hi, Lynette. And you're watching yourself, and you're really seeing that you're actually you're not attached to it. It doesn't mean anything. And when you have non-attachment as well, especially when manifestation is, guess what? Your manifestations come even better than you actually than you have even dreamed about. You idolized it. They're even better. They actually blow your socks off. How fast they come as well. As I say, 4 days. 4 days it took me to manifest the dream home. Yeah, and you'll feel a sense of expansive freedom because you're no longer a slave to your mind. Yeah, you'll feel a sense of wholeness because you don't need or want anything in particular. You're just happy just as you are, and in the present moment. And if you do get that manifestation that you're asking for, it's just a bonus. It just makes you feel even more, you know, it's a big bonus. Because what happens when you're in there is you're in more synchronicity with your life. And things will just be effortless. They'll just be natural, you know. There'll be no attachments to your beliefs or your expectations or should be or what shouldn't happen. And you'll give yourself and other people freedom to be themselves without judgment. Really, really try to get into that non-attachment. Easier said than done. Really is easier said than done. Hi, lovely. Lovely to see you, Lynette. And you'll feel more grounded, you know, and connected to life because you're not lost in that thought-based attachments, and you'll actually participate in life more fully. Yeah. And your mind will become clear. Now that's a bit I like. You'll be able to perceive the truth more easily. And you'll just feel that deep sense of gratitude, love and compassion and happiness. It will just be out throughout your life. It really will, as you just let that go of the need to chase that happiness, which really creates unhappiness. So put non-resistance and non-judgment together with non-attachment, and you have the recipe for complete inner peace. You really do. Because when we stop resisting life and judging things to be good or bad, we naturally let go of a lot of anger, hatred, fear, sadness. We let go of all that. So there's 3 kinds of attachment it will help you in order for you to transform and evolve. It's essential to discover what your strongest attachments are in the world. You know, and I've discovered there's 3. There's material attachment. Who would you say has material attachment? The material attachment could be to your home, your car, you know, your everything you've got around you. Hi, Emma. How you doing? Sorry, fine. You're here. Claire, it's great. So really, do you know what is actually that? Who's got those material attachments? And what is your main material attachment that you do have? You know, tell me in the comments. Hi, Pleiades. Hello, Mark. I've not seen you in a while. Neither I have. Yeah, I've got quite a few things there. Hello, Elaine. Oh, Pat, I've not seen you for a while. Neither, dear. Lovely to see you. Because you've got your material attachment, and it's no wonder that sages and spiritual masters of the world were, you know, for most of their lives, having little food or money, certainly no land or property to claim as their own, and their behaviour pointed to higher truth. Yeah, so the material you have to lose is really you're more worried you become because you're worried about losing it, you know. So when your happiness and security lies in the external world, it really is of objects and things. You're constantly at a peril. You really are. You're constantly, especially if, for instance, if your houses can burn down, you know, your treasures could be stolen, your bank accounts could be hacked, your business could go bust. Nanette says, non-material things, all let go, not shy, insolvency, all behind me, new values. Yeah, that actually makes you have new values, Lynette, don't you think? Yeah, totally. Lovely to see that. So you get to see, and sometimes when those attachments go, sometimes you have to go through extreme emotional outbursts, like bankruptcy, being in, you know, what do you call them? God, I was in one in Nepal. Earthquakes, you know, things like that, losing your house, you know, all those kind of things. Sometimes at the time it's happening, it doesn't feel like it's good, but sometimes it's actually in your best interest that it does happen, because sometimes we need to let that go, you know, and you become a better person for it. You really do. So if you struggle with material attachment, you love the prestige of having a stylish house, a designer car, fancy clothing, and other items that indicate how wealthy and successful that you are. Yeah. You gain your self-esteem and happiness from material possessions. Like, for instance, you love like having the latest iPhone, and without it, you just feel outdated. You don't feel good enough. You know, feel a bit of a loser. Or you dream about living in a better house, or having a better kitchen, or a more expensive sound system, or a larger pool, or renovating the garden, or you get the drift, you know. It really goes on and shopping sprees maybe excite you, and you love bringing back bags and bags and bags of clothing, accessories, and shoes, and other household items, and can't stand the thought of losing all your possessions in a natural disaster, really. Or you feel as though you couldn't do without certain items or luxuries, you know. Or you feel you're ensuring your possessions is essential for your well-being, and you want some kind of monetary reimbursement if you lose something. Or you have love surrounding yourself with beautiful furniture, linens, paintings. You know the gift, because they're all absolute, and you feel like they're all absolutely necessary to enhance the quality of your life and your well-being. You're extremely upset or annoyed when something you want discontinues or sells out. Yeah, and by the way, I've had some of these. I mean, I've had some of these as well. You know, the material attachments. And it really is. And then you've got your personal attachment. So your personal attachment, unlike personal attachment, being non-attached to a person or people means being able to coexist with them without using them as a means towards an end. You know, in other words, personal non-attachment is not needing anyone for acceptance or validation. You know, but unfortunately, many of us fall in the trap of using other people to create our happiness. We really do. And sometimes that can create so much unhappiness within us, you know, and it can, it's known as conditional love, you know. As a person loses a value to us once, they cease to be a source of comfort in our lives. Yeah. So the person who's developed non-attachment, on the other hand, gains their love, their acceptance, their validations from themselves rather than from others. You know, this is why there are different styles of attachment, and they're able to love unconditionally, regardless of what role the person plays in their life. Excuse me. And this week we're actually on the Spiritual Alchemist Dream Course. We're actually talking about death of the ego. Yeah. So, and there's a lot of stuff coming up for them with the death of the ego, and this is really good. I'm getting comments, but I can't see what's actually where the comments are. I don't know why that is, but I can't see where the comments or what they are. So bear with me. I'll go back after I've finished and I'll have a look at you. So what is personal? If you struggle with personal attachment, you're emotionally distant, or you're completely cut off from someone from your life once they become problematic or cease to be a source of personal validation for you, or you feel lost and alone, yeah, without the support of a loved one, or you feel agonized for years about a person who stopped loving you, or you hold grudges. That's a big one, and you find it hard to forgive people who've hurt you. You know, you're quite needy and clingy, and you struggle to provide your loved ones with the freedom they need to thrive. You know, you need their constant attention to be mentally sound. Or you can be manipulative. Yeah, you can deliberately or unconsciously, you don't have to do it consciously, you can be self-destructive in order to gain attention, love and affection. Yeah, so that's if you've got any personal attachments in there. And again, quite a lot of us have it, you know, me included. There's one in there that really comes to mind, and it's basically, I used to, not so much now, but in the past I used to become very emotionally distant, like as if they weren't even there, you know. I'd cut them off, totally cut them off. I don't so much do that nowadays, but when I was younger, yeah, I would just, that's it. I would take it, and then I would just be, no, don't want to know. And I would be quite, you know, that would be it, cut, no thingy. Next one is you've got thought attachment. And thought attachment can destroy the physical, emotional, psychological, and interpersonal well-being. Like that. Really can. So when we attach ourselves to a belief, an expectation, a preconceived notion, or an idea, especially if these are negative or harmful, in a sense, you're walking with a loaded gun. You really are. You're not being thinking to yourself. It's nearly are. So you harm yourself with those thought attachments. Yeah, and when you attach yourselves to a thought, I mean, how many of us do it when we have those thoughts, especially in the middle of the night? Especially in the middle of the night, and it's like a loop. It just keeps going and going, and it just keeps getting worse. And I'm always like this. I can never change. You know, those things that you just think, I'll never change. This will never change. This is always what I'll always be this way. You know, those kind of things. And if you're using words and phrases like right and wrong, good and evil, always, never, forever, they are all, you are all, I am always, and they are always, you're never, or they are never, and so forth. You have thought attachment. So thought non-attachment, on the other hand, observes a thought, but does not identify with it, therefore does not attach to the thought. So how we stop being attached to thoughts and feelings, you know, people and circumstances. Because non-attachment is usually a byproduct of spiritual practice such as self-discovery, self-acceptance, and thought patterns that no longer serve you. So stop looking for happiness in external things. And see, when you stop looking for that happiness in external things, your manifestation, your gratitude will be tenfold, absolute tenfold. Because when we chase happiness by believing that someone or something outside of ourselves can make us happy, we suffer. We really do. And in fact, the pursuit of happiness is the greatest form of attachment there is in society. Instead, try to direct your attention inwards and first seeking happiness from within. You know, it can be extremely difficult to start with because you've been conditioned. Most people have been conditioned to find happiness in material things, you know, in accomplishments, in titles. Says her that got a title for a Christmas, Lady Varney, you know, which I find hilarious. And, you know, so, and people, you know, we really look at that as well. But with practice, it's just like a muscle. If you build that muscle, and that muscle keeps, and you keep looking from a vantage point, and you keep looking at a non-attachment, or looking at what you are actually attached to, and allowing yourself that space without judgment to just allow yourself to go, oh, right, okay, right, I'm attached to that. How can I change that? Because you know all the answers. You know all the answers. And let go of the shoulds and the musts. And when you hear yourself, I should do this, just go, stop. You know, I will do this. Or I must go and blah, blah, blah. You know, just say yourself, stop. As soon as you say it, stop. Yeah? And because it's a big part of our vocabulary. And expectations, which are mental attachments, are always prefaced with one of these two words. He should be nicer. You know, I must achieve this. Or I will be a failure. No, they should stop that, doing that immediately. You know, pay attention to those two words and how they reflect in your behaviour. You'll be shocked. You really will. And are you believing something should happen or someone must be a certain way? Just let it go. Because you cannot change people. Allow the life to flow without imposing useless expectations into it. You know, practice allowing. Allowing is about permitting life to be just as it is. Allow your thoughts, allow your emotions, allow things. Even if you've got an angry monster on your shoulder, allow it. It's a normal emotion. It's not a normal emotion when you're just angry all the time. But anger is a normal emotion. As us humans, we have been conditioned to believe that it's a wrong emotion. It's not right. But it is. It's an emotion. It's good to let you know when your boundaries are being met, when sometimes those angers come in, you know? And in the words of Abraham Hicks, the art of allowing is the art of finding my alignment and therefore living in joy no matter what's happening around me. How amazing is that? By allowing life to happen, you stop resisting and suffering. And the suffering just ceases, yeah? Make friends with uncertainty. How many of us hate doing and being uncertain about something? Because we like to control, we obsessively plan things, we try to predict things out of pure fear. But the problem is that the more we resist uncertainty, the more paranoid, the more anxious, the more tense we become. And when we learn to embrace uncertainty and allow life to unfold as it wants, we don't experience fear anymore. Instead, we just feel calm, curious, open to all possibilities, because you're looking from a vantage point. You're looking from that vantage point of view, you know? And this openness allows you to adopt a playful attitude towards life. And honestly, it's so much better because you're no longer limited by fear in the unknown. And sometimes a simple shift in mindset can help you befriend uncertainty instead of loathing it. For example, instead of dreading what will come around the corner, start perceiving the unknown as a big surprise waiting to happen. You know, think about those manifestations that you want, and they'll start coming in really unexpected ways, if you allow yourself to just practice allowing. Yeah. And Lynette says, I'm doing this or that, the verb staying in the now. Yes, totally. Let me see if I can see any of these. Oh, here we go. Amen, Sylvia says. Haha. Yeah. Hi, Suzanne. How you doing, lovely? So, yeah, you really practice it as if you're, because we're spirit. We're not our body. I'm not Anne, although I say I am Anne. I'm not my spirit. My soul. It's my soul, you know. You can actually learn to just look at from a soul vantage, from a spirit point, a view, a bird's eye view, I say, and actually look at that. Look at what actually is actually there, and practice the allowing. You know, make friends with uncertainty, because that's where all the joy is. That's where all the transformation is. And learn to observe your thoughts and your feelings. Because the easiest way to observe your thoughts and feelings is through regular meditation practice. I know, because I used to be a worrier. I mean, my anxiety levels used to be so high when I had my business, my last business. Nobody would know because I hid it so well. But it really it put me to a nervous breakdown. In fact, 2 of them, yeah, because I was just so used to hiding everything, and inside it was just bubbling up, because I had so many expectations, so many, you know, the certainty, and trying to control everything, you know, and really look at it, because the more you incorporate that thought awareness into your life, the more ready you'll see how irrelevant many of those thoughts are. You know, they'll only mean something when you assign them meaning. You know, for instance, if you think about someone who has nothing to you, and you think of them, you don't feel anything in your body. But if somebody's done you some harm and you still have a problem with that, you've not forgave them, you'll feel that within your body. You really will. And that's what I'm talking about. You need to release that energy vibration out your energy field before you can actually get those manifestations. You know, and no expectations, no disappointments. Completely, Lynette. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So when it's all been said and done, non-attachment is one of the keys to experiencing an enlightened form of living, which is grounded in the here and now. You know, be alive, feel alive, you know, live. Don't become that dull, empty husk of a person, you know, because living's all about being alive, being raw, the simplicity of a true master, being you are authentic, being authentic, not following the sheep, you know, following the crowds. Be the black sheep, be you, be the authentic true person, you know. Any questions, guys? And the reason I actually did this live actually was because what we're doing just now is, if anybody would like, hi Susan, how are you doing, darling? Is if anybody needs any work with those beliefs, or if they feel that life is just, they're completely anxious all the time, or they just feel, as I say when I talk about soul loss, when they just feel down, or all the rest of it, I'm doing free strategy calls. And if that really walk your own path, Ellen, yeah, you're so correct, Anne, with all this. Oh, thank you, darling. Yeah, totally is. And some people just need a wee bit of help in hand. Some people need help to do this, and some people just need to be have that teacher that just shows them how to do all that. But I believe in going at a deep level. I don't believe in just doing things half-heartedly. Hence why I created the Spiritual Alchemist Dream. And by God, are they having some amazing things happening within their life, because we've got to get rid of the shit first. You've got to start looking at the shadow of you. You've got to start looking at the goddess of you, you know. You've got to start looking at, you know, all those things, those things that could be holding you back, you know. There's the things on your timeline that you're on these vicious cycles all the time, you know. So many things could be stopping you from manifesting that dream life. And that's what we look at on the Alchemist Dream. We're actually looking at doing soul retrievals, we look at soul loss, we look at what is the shadow self, we look at the sacred self, We look at, there's so many things. The first 4 weeks is all about really transforming. Yes, there is, Lynette. I actually do, that's what I'm talking about just now, is Lynette's asking, I missed the start, is there a course or workshop around the sun? Yes, I actually do, as the Spiritual Alchemist Dream. It's an 8-week, it's a 7-week course with a 1-week bonus on top of it. And basically, it's like alchemy, you know, we're turning metal into gold. And that's you. You're the metal, and we turn you into gold. So basically, we're transforming your emotions, your beliefs. We're transforming your soul, your belief, your mindset, and we're looking at everything. You know, we dive in deep, and we're on week 5, I think now. So in 3 weeks' time, it'll be opening up again. For the Spiritual Alchemist Dream. So we're taking on new clients and it's a group course that we do. It's very, very powerful, and because we really go in deep. We really do go in deep. You're using powerful manifestation symbols. As I say, you're looking at soul loss. We bring your soul parts back that need to come back. We look at your timeline. What did we do last week? What are we doing this week? This week we're looking at your visions, your goals, and the following week we're looking at, we'll be using the symbols and how to manifest the symbols. Following week after that we're going with the Arcturians. We're going to the manifestation vibrations, so I'll take you up to the 5th and the 9th dimension, which is really, really powerful. There's energy resets, you name it, it's on it. It's just really powerful. I know I'm saying that because it's me that created it, but the girls are saying that also. And if that course really talks to you, I've put a link up there. Just even say spiritual, and I'll send you a link to have a free call just to see if you're able, if you'd like to be on it. You know, it's great. And if anybody would like to work with me, if they feel they need help with their beliefs or their emotions or anything like that, if they want to get their life elsewhere, just give me a free strategy call. You know, free, half an hour, 45 minutes, whatever it takes, just to see if I can help you.